Huge final win in the regular season, 90-68 over Lenore-Ryan. You finished with a 17-11 record, 9-9 in the conference regular season. Just talk about that a little bit, Blake.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what I told, I guess it was Daryl earlier in the week. Like, I think a lot of times coaches get too much credit when success occurs. Our success is totally built on the backs of the guys in our locker room, starting with these two. And then trickling on down. We've just got guys that are about the right things, and that's made them like really, really enjoyable to coach, really enjoyable to be around, and we're happy with where we're at, but we understand like we still got other things we want to accomplish.
Luke, huge night for you, 28 points. Talk about your performance a little bit tonight, and just talk about how it feels to be a Cav in your last regular season home game here.
Yeah, I mean, it was wild to think about that this is the last home college basketball game I'll play in my career. But I just wanted to come out and really just have fun with it, and I think that's what we did. We had a lot of fun tonight. My teammates, they were coming into the game, they were all about me. The day before today, they were all talking like, man, just hyping me up. So it was just great to feel that again. Like I said, I think just being able to have fun in my last game here is great.
Brad, another big night for you. That's expected. 26 points, 10 shots from the field. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it was, we had a good game plan. We knew what kind of defense they were going to play, and all the credits to my teammates as always. They give me the ball and they send me the screens. But yeah, I'm really happy with tonight, and I'm happy for this guy, and we're going to miss him real bad next year.
Coach, Newberry, talk about them a little bit. Just scout them up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a real physical, contrasting styles in some ways. They're very much a grind you team, very physical, really good on the offensive glass. Thought we played a really good half against them down there the first time, and then we just kind of hit a tough spot there and kind of unraveled from there. But we're going down there to win. There's no way around it. Like that's our goal. That's our objective. Our goal is to keep playing as long as we can, and we can't do that unless you win on Wednesday. So I'm excited about the matchup. I think we'll be ready to play, and we look forward to getting down there on Wednesday.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Chloe Burdett here with head men's basketball coach Blake Mellinger. Coach, first appearance in the SAC conference tournament for your program since UVA-Wise's addition to the conference. How does it feel to get to a point like this, especially with the special squad of guys that you have this year?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good because that was one of our goals that we set, I guess probably sometime last summer. So to achieve that goal is very encouraging. But at the same time, our goal was not to only make the conference tournament. We want to get in the thing and try to make some noise.
So just to kind of recap the regular season a little bit, you guys were ranked 12th in the preseason coaches poll. You kind of blew those expectations out of the water, more than tripled your total wins from last season. That's got to feel good to be the dark horse in this race and flip that record, yeah?
Yeah, it does. I mean, a lot of times those preseason polls are based on what you've done in the past. We knew going into this year, with the guys we have on our team, that we had a chance to be pretty good. So we didn't put a whole lot of stock into that. I guess it's good. It's a good talking point. But for us, I think the things we've accomplished this year were kind of expected, or at least expected amongst the guys. In that locker room.
So I wanted to jump back and kind of talk about your last regular season game before we take a look ahead of the postseason stuff. But Lenore-Ryan, it was tight there in the first half, but then you just shot the lights out. Over 50% in both the field and from beyond the arc. You guys can always count on Luke, who put up 28 points, and Brad, who put up 26, to hit a crucial shot here and there to get a run started. So just talk about your team's performance on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was really the whole game long, we were playing pretty well offensively. There were times there, I remember, I think the first 5 minutes of the second half, we scored like 8 out of 10 possessions and felt like we should have made a really big run, but we didn't because they did the very same thing. So we were eventually able to string some stops together there midway through the second half and get some separation and kind of open it up there late. So that was really good to see.
So jumping ahead, this quarterfinal game, you guys are headed to Newberry on Wednesday. this is a team that has some shooting talent in Quandavian McCollum, TJ Brown. When you played them on February 4th, they took advantage of an abnormally poor shooting performance against you guys. So talk about that game plan going into this rematch and some keys to victory.
Yeah, I mean, I think the number one key is like we've got to keep them off the offensive glass. They're the best offensive rebounding team in the league, and they really hurt us down there, particularly in the second half with getting extra shots. So that's the number one key. And then offensively, we really have to execute. They're one of the better defensive teams in the league. I don't think I think their defense was a big cause of the reason we shot the ball so poorly down there the first time. So we've kind of tweaked some things offensively. Really, we've got to screen better. We've got to execute better. I don't think we necessarily have to make a lot of changes in terms of what we're doing. We've got to do what we're doing a little bit better than we did there, particularly the second half.
So, Coach, I hope this isn't the last time we have a pregame interview, but if it is, just talk about a little bit on, certain players that kind of stood out to you this season and what you want to say to them as a last-minute hurrah, especially to Luke Lawson.
Yeah, I mean, I think Luke, it starts with him. He took a really big chance on us. We were coming off honestly, a pretty abysmal season last year. There's no way to sugarcoat that. And for him to believe in us and believe in the vision that we had for him and had for this team, I think that really just says a lot about him more than anything. And then, the growth of Brad, like how much that he's improved from last year to this year has been tremendous. And then really just our entire team, I mean, I could go down the list. Like Ben Bryson is like, sometimes he gets overlooked at times because of the attention that Brad and Luke get, but he's been a 3-year starter for us now, has taken a tremendous leap in his play, both offensively and defensively. He's always been one of our better defenders, but I think he's shooting somewhere in the mid 40s from 3-point range right now, and that really has all year. So that's been really nice. Our bigs, Ron's been really good. He's really stepped up when JP went out, kind of being honestly our only big. So really, really stepped up and kind of filled that void. And then, you take a look at our 3 freshmen, like those guys are fearless. Like I remember thinking back to the first weekend, like when we put those guys on the floor, you kind of expect freshmen to do some freshman things, but really from start to finish all year long, they never really have played like freshmen for the most part. So it's, really encouraging, just a really good group to be around, really good, really fun group to coach. And, hope we get to do it for, another week or 2.
Awesome, Coach. UVA-wise Cavaliers head into conference quarterfinals against Newberry in Newberry, South Carolina on Wednesday, March 1st with a 7 p.m. tip-off. All in-game action can be found on our social media platforms and our hub for all things UVA-wise athletics on UVAWiseCavs.com. Thanks, Blake.
Thanks, Chloe.